Of a truth, I say unto you that this poor widow hath cast in more than they all. For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the offerings of God, but she, of her penury, has cast in all the living that she had.
Hey everyone, welcome back to UnboundFull, where we dive into faith and personal growth, helping you navigate life's modern challenges. Today, we're exploring a powerful message from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, verses 41 to 44. This is the story of the widow's offering, a simple yet profound lesson about generosity, faith, and true devotion to God. But we're going to go even deeper, connecting it to another scripture about giving with humility and discretion. Let's start with the story. In Mark 12 verses 41 to 44, Jesus is watching people put money into the temple treasury. Many wealthy people come forward and contribute large sums. But then, a poor widow approaches and places in 2 small coins worth only a few cents. Yet Jesus tells his disciples that this widow has given more than all the others. Why? Because the others gave out of their abundance. They could afford to give large amounts without feeling it. But she, out of her poverty, gave everything she had to live on. This act was a sacrifice that showed her trust in God. For her, it wasn't about the amount, it was about her heart. This story shows us that true generosity isn't measured by the size of the gift. It's about the sacrifice and sincerity behind it. The widow's offering was small in material value, but enormous in spiritual worth. She gave with a heart full of faith and devotion, knowing that God sees beyond outward appearances. This lesson on giving also ties beautifully with another teaching of Jesus in Matthew 6 verse 3, where he says, "But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing." In this verse, Jesus is encouraging us to give quietly, without seeking recognition or applause from others. True generosity is an act between us and God, and it doesn't need a spotlight. In today's world, where so much is done for the sake of publicity or social media praise, the widow's example reminds us to give with humility and purity of heart. We don't need to announce every good deed we do or seek credit from others. It's easy to fall into the trap of wanting others to see how generous or kind we are. But Jesus calls us to a different standard, to give quietly, without self-promotion, just as the widow did. Think about how these 2 passages come together, the widow's offering and the teaching not to let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Both point to the importance of giving from the heart, with no desire for recognition. This type of giving allows us to focus on what truly matters, serving God and others sincerely, without ulterior motives. In our daily lives, we can apply these teachings in simple ways. Maybe it's giving to a cause without telling anyone, helping someone in need privately, or even praying for others in secret. Each of these actions reflects a spirit of humility and faith, trusting that God knows and sees what others do not. So, as you go about your day, think about how you can embody this spirit of quiet generosity. It doesn't have to be grand. Sometimes, the smallest acts, done in secret, have the greatest impact on both others and on our hearts. Thank you for joining me on today's journey through Scripture. If this message has touched you, don't forget to subscribe to UnboundFull for more faith-centered content. Give this video a thumbs up and let us know in the comments, how do you plan to practice quiet generosity in your own life? We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. Until next time, remember, your limits are full of possibilities. Stay blessed and keep spreading light.